Dear ex, thank you for choosing your coworker instead. Thank you for coming into his life. My heart was completely shattered watching you move on with her less than a week after our breakup, but it forced me to finally choose myself. We were together for almost 8 years. I'd known you for 10, and somewhere along the way, I realized I spent so much of that time trying to make you happy that I completely lost myself. I lost my sparkle. I wasn't myself anymore. I didn't recognize the person looking back at me in the mirror. All of my energy went into saving a relationship that only one of us was fighting for. When our home was messy, it was somehow always my fault. It was your mess too, but the fingers were always pointed at me. You never saw how depressed I had become. I stood by you through your anxiety and depression, but when I needed you most, you had already emotionally checked out and found comfort in your coworker. Less than a week after we broke up, you brought her into the home we'd shared for 5 years, with my belongings still there. That hurt more than I can describe. Hearing that you'd been checked out for 2 years while I was crying myself to sleep, wondering how someone who said they loved me could move on so fast, that broke something in me. But thank you, because I don't think I could have ended it myself. I kept hoping things would change because I loved you more than I loved myself. Now, almost a year later, I realize losing you gave me something I hadn't had in years: myself. I love my spontaneous life. I say yes to last-minute adventures. I don't have to shrink myself or put my dreams on hold because I'm worried about triggering someone else's anxiety. I'm finally doing the things I always wanted to do instead of waiting for someday. For a long time, I wondered why I never felt secure in our relationship. Then I remembered how it started. You were caught between me and another coworker before we were ever even officially together. I always felt guilty for something I didn't do, because you were always lying about your history with her. I convinced myself things would be different because you came back asking for another chance. But I should have known better. A leopard doesn't change its spots. Maybe you didn't physically cheat. Maybe you did. I'll probably never know. But emotional betrayal hurts just as deeply. Did I stay too long? Or was walking away the best thing that ever happened to me?